Hey guys, it's Silly Hat Day on the Black Bugatti channel. And what better a subject than to have Silly Hat Day and to talk about an execution that occurred last night. So this guy, Nathaniel Woods, was executed last night at around 6:01 p.m. Georgia time, which is like Central time. I don't freaking know. Who cares? Anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this is because this is the first death penalty case that I've heard where a man was executed, yet he did not actually kill anybody. He didn't pull the trigger. So long story short, this guy Nathaniel Woods and Carrie Spencer, they lived in this house in Birmingham, Alabama, and they were selling crack, right? So a couple of cops had a misdemeanor warrant for Nathaniel Woods. So they knock on the door. They're like, hey, come out with your hands up. You got a misdemeanor warrant, kid. So he originally goes outside to surrender, and then when they grab him, I guess he just decides to break away and runs back into the house and yells at the cops, "Fuck you! You're not coming to fucking get me." Something along those lines. He runs into the house. He slams the door. The cops bang down the door. They get into the house, and Carrie Spencer, the guy that actually killed the cops, he pulls out an AK-47 and lights four of them up. Three of them died. One of them just got injured. So they got arrested, and they're being charged with capital murder because, you know, they don't fuck around down in Georgia. And they originally offered Nathaniel Woods, they offered him a deal. They said, all right, look, you know, we know that you didn't necessarily kill the cops yourself, but you are as responsible for their deaths as your friend is for actually pulling the trigger. So here's what we're going to do for you. We're going to offer you a 25-year prison sentence. I believe it was 25 years to life. Now, eventually you are going to get out. You know, it might be 25 years, it might be 30 years, but eventually you're going to get out. Now, if you don't take the deal, we're going to go for the death penalty, because this is very serious, because you and your friend are responsible for killing 3 cops. Regardless of the fact that you pull the trigger, you're still culpable and responsible, because that's how it works down there, right? You follow me? Okay, cool. Silly Hat Day. It's a great day for Silly Hat Day. So Nathaniel Woods says, no, I'm going to take it to trial because I didn't pull the trigger. So how could you prove that I killed the cops when I'm not the one that shot them? And his other friend, Carrie Spencer, he readily admitted, I killed the cops. I'm the one that pulled the trigger. So Nathaniel, which by the way is a very stupid name. Sorry for anybody out there named Nathaniel, but it's a stupid name. He says, I'm just going to take it to trial because I didn't kill anybody. So his lawyers, the idiots that they were, because they don't care about these guys, his lawyers, I guess they didn't tell him, hey, listen, actually, you can be convicted and sentenced to death. Maybe you should take the 25 years and just end it. But he did it. So last night, they got a stay of execution. And then it went all the way up to the Supreme Court. And, you know, who else but good old Clarence Thomas denied the stay. So he was executed. Now, I just read on an article online that before his execution, he had no final words. And he lifted up his arms in some kind of a hand gesture for a sign to show his Islamic faith. Now, me personally, I would have executed him just because of that. But neither here nor there. I am not a judge, juror, or executioner. Even though I did get a federal jury summons in the mail from my mother's house, and she gave to me, but I haven't answered it yet because I'm homeless and I live in a van. Come and get me, guys. I mean, come on. I'm not doing jury duty. Come on. Now, getting away from the funniness of this story, personally, even though I love a good old-fashioned execution, especially when they're guilty, I'm not 100% on board on this. Now, was he responsible for the officers being killed? Yeah, he has some kind of responsibility. What's the level of the responsibility with the officers? What's the level of responsibility for him being responsible in their murder? I wouldn't say it's as much as the guy who actually pulled the trigger, But then again, who knows? At the end of the day, guys, listen to Uncle Bugatti. All right, I give really good advice, and I would never steer you wrong. Okay. Next time, do yourselves a favor. If you don't want to be executed on death row, we're gonna follow a couple things. Number one, don't sell crack. I don't care what socioeconomic background you're from. You don't have to sell crack. No one's telling you to sell crack. You don't have to do it. Trust and believe. You can go to work at McDonald's. You can go to school, learn how to weld. You can go do construction. You don't have to sell crack. Number two, if the cops have a misdemeanor warrant for your arrest, and you give up peacefully, just leave it at that. Don't go run back inside the house, because you know in the back of your mind, hey, my friend has a rifle inside, so that kind of looks stupid to the prosecutors during the case, when they're thinking to themselves, well, this guy obviously knew that there was a gun in the house, yet he ran inside. You know what I'm saying? And number three, if you go through all those steps and you fail them, if the prosecution offers you a 25-year prison sentence, take it. Just take it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video. My name is Black Bugatti, and I weigh 258.6 pounds. I am a fat. I weigh 260 pounds, guys. That's pretty sad. It might be time to go on a diet here pretty soon. As a matter of fact, now. All right, I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace out.